Did you just get into an argument? Do you find that the same problems keep popping up over and over again? Well, stick around because today we're going to be talking about transformation. Hi there, and welcome to the Booksters Club, where we find daily inspiration from the books you love. And today we're going to be talking about transformation. Today's featured book is The Conscious Parent, there we go, by Shifali Tsabary, and I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so here is her name there. And then our inspirational thought comes to us on page number 85. It says, "Though we may not be able to say why things happen, there are aspects we can address that are more personal and ultimately more relevant. For instance, we might ask, how can the circumstance I am in now foster my growth? Why am I resisting? What do I need to surrender to in order to grow? What purpose does this upheaval in my life serve for myself and others? Such questions have the power to transform a bad event into a growth-inducing experience, whereby we mine emotional gold from what seems so negative. Just the asking of these types of questions has the potential to shift us from blame to ownership and authorship. Such questions empower us to transcend a sense that life has victimized us." If you have just gotten to an argument, the odds are your emotions are stirring so much that it is very challenging to see where your growth is. Most likely in those kind of situations, you're focused on the other person and what the other person has done to you, which is exactly what she is trying to say. Shifali is trying to say that you are in a victimized stance, and that has no power whatsoever. But if you do want to shift into something where you're going to be able to grow from the situation and you're not a victim anymore, then you will take a look at yourself and you can ask yourself, what am I resisting? I think that one's really great. There were a number of other questions, but that one really stood out to me because your ego can really get in your way when you're in an argument, and it wants to make you right. And when you are right, or when you are fighting to be right, you're really not going to be able to look at what needs to change, what you need to address, what you've been addressing, and where your growth lies. Also, if you find yourself in a situation where you're having the same argument over and over and over again, even with different people, but it's the same type of argument, or they may be bringing up similar things, your ego has definitely gotten in the way, and you're not allowing yourself to see where the growth and the transformation needs to take place. Being vulnerable and asking yourself these things is important for you to grow. I would say that sometimes when you're interacting with someone and you don't feel like you can be vulnerable with them, you can certainly take this to yourself and ask yourself those questions. Even confide in someone that you do trust, that you know loves you and has your best interest at heart. They may be able to have a take on where you may be missing something, where you may be tripping up, and where your growth is actually lying. Take that with a grain of salt, and just know that that's coming from love, and it takes a lot of courage to be able to do that for someone else. I hope you find transformation in your moment of stress and arguments so that you can mine emotional gold. If you had a different take on this part of the book, a different part in this book, or a different book entirely that you think should be featured here on the Booksters Club, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for clicking the like button if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos every single day. See you tomorrow, Booksters.